What?
Yeah, I'm gonna get something from here and save my monster for a little bit.
Wait, get something from where?
From Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, sponsor us. So what's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Just Josh and
Amber.
Ooh, you brought it back to the good old days.
Do you have to talk
Yes.
while I'm
because-
doing my intro? Did I talk while you were doing your intro?
No, but your intro is mad long for some reason. And I don't like the fact that everybody like it. Nobody talks about my intro.
Because listen, guys, welcome back to Just Josh. Like, who wants to hear that?
I got a tough job. I gotta welcome everybody in. And nobody appreciates that part. They just want to hear you say your name.
Come.
And I'm the one welcoming everybody. But anyways, guys, we got a special video for you guys today. This right here, you see this right here, people? We're gonna start this story time right away.
We got our stuff, by the way.
Yeah, we got our stuff.
Ooh.
We got our stuff. What you got? Let them know what you. Oh, you already told them, right?
Yeah, I got a caramel glaze, and Josh got the Charlie.
The Charlie cold foam brew.
So yeah.
See this? Just keep in mind that picture.
So, I'm gonna read you a definition of self-defense, okay? The defense of one's person or interest, especially through the use of physical force, which is permitted in certain cases as an answer to a charge of violent crime. So, Josh committed a violent crime.
That's not a violent crime.
And I had to use self-defense. He was tickling me.
Tickle, tickle.
No. Stop it.
Okay? He was tickling me. So my elbow kind of has a mind of its own, and it went like that. It went like that. And that's what happened.
First of all, she didn't even know it happened.
Yes, but I know my elbow went.
Second of all, in order to get her out of the bed, I have to do things like tickle her, because she don't get out the bed until it happens. So next time, just listen to me and you get out of the bed.
First of all, boo boo shanae kwan kwan, I was up before you. Okay.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, you wasn't out of the bed.
Whatever. That's our first story time. Joshua got beat up, but it wasn't intentional. It was self-defense. Moral of the story: don't tickle a girl who used to be on the wrestling team. Okay?
Okay. The next story time is a good one, guys. I know a lot of people. 2020 was a crazy year for a lot of people because of one reason. Everyone knows this reason.
What's the reason? What? Wait. What's the reason?
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
COVID-19. So,
wait,
this story time. This story time is about what the? It's about the time when Amber got COVID. Yes, guys, she got COVID. First, there's a lot that goes in. You can start it off. Go ahead.
So I have no clue where or who I got it from. Pretty sure it was on the subway, but I got it, right? First, his brother and our sister-in-law, they tested positive for COVID. So everybody that was in contact with them, like us, Joshua's mom, everybody in the household, we all got tested. And I was the only one that tested positive out of everyone that was there. So I tested positive, Josh tested negative, right? So everyone is like, oh, you guys gotta quarantine from each other. Everybody has to quarantine 14 days. Rapata chica, waka waka. So we're like, first of all, our apartment is way too small to quarantine from each other. So we'll take the risk of Josh getting COVID and we'll just quarantine for another 14 days.
She tested positive, I tested negative, but
no symptoms.
She had no symptoms, and we didn't get our results till like 2 weeks later.
It was 9 days.
9 days later, that's when we got the results of her being positive of COVID.
Yeah.
She had no symptoms during that whole time. So,
yeah. Josh got his test back 5 days after we took the test. So we're like, oh, I'm probably negative too because I don't have symptoms and he tested negative. We were around the same people.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
So at this point, we didn't know if she was positive or negative. And we didn't know if I was positive or negative either until the 5th day, 5 days later. So we were not social distancing between each other at all. Like we were sharing food, like off the same plate.
I think he shared my toothbrush at some point.
Nasty. But yeah, like you guys get it. Like we was drinking out of the same cups. Like we was just chilling. It was regular. Like.
And
So,
we play video games together, and our seats are right next to each other in the same room, so there's no way to really be away from each other. Literally in our apartment is a closet, a bathroom, living room / kitchen, bedroom. That's it. So where else are we gonna go?
yeah, and then I didn't want to like stay at my mom's house or anything because I don't want to put anyone else at risk.
Who's gonna take care of me?
But the things we didn't know yet, like that's what I'm trying to say. Like we didn't know yet. So why would we social distance from each other if we didn't know if she was positive, I was negative? And by the time we got the results, we was like,
been
it's
with
too
each
late.
other.
We was like, that's it. It's too late. Either I had it or I'm never gonna get it. It was one or the other. But
Yeah, so prior to me getting the positive result, like I started to get like a slight cough, right? Like an itchy throat, slight cough. And I was like, I mean, it's that time of year where I usually get sick anyways. So I'm not thinking, oh, corona. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I just got a cough. And then the mind is very powerful because I was calling every day. After he got his results, I'm calling every day because I'm like, what about me? I'm working. You know, what am I supposed to do? Well, I wasn't working once we found out that his brother was positive and our sister-in-law was positive. So I kept calling, you know, to trying to find my results. They finally tell me, oh yeah, you're positive. Probably the next day, I was like full on all the symptoms, even symptoms that they didn't even know existed yet. I was having. I had hives. I had headaches, migraines. I had coughing attacks. I wasn't as bad as the people that were in the hospital, but it was bad for me. But I'm wondering if I would have never read that positive result, if I would have had all these symptoms. Like, it was kind of scary seeing, yes, you're positive for COVID, you know? I didn't know what else to do, so I would wear a mask inside of our small apartment sometimes, and I would sit by the window, you know, in case I was coughing or whatever, but I still wanted to play video games. So Junior and Jennifer, his wife, after they were like good, because they had a lot of the symptoms too that I had, they gave me like a care package with elderberry, vitamin C, a bunch of stuff. Like I was super grateful because Josh wasn't really leaving the house, only to get food, but we didn't know if he was gonna get the virus too, and then for him to go out to the supermarket, you're putting other people at risk.
and plus I didn't want to get it because you guys know I'm diabetic, and 2, right now I don't really suffer with it, but as a kid I have very bad asthma. So I was like, with COVID, I don't know how it would react like in my body. So I was trying not to get it, but when I found out she got it, I was like, all right, whatever.
I will say, Josh was a good caretaker. Good job, Josh. And shout outs to my mom, because every single day she made us tea. Remember? She would make fresh tea with like oranges and ginger and a bunch of stuff. And also shout outs to my sister and my other brother-in-law, who's a doctor. He lives all the way in Trinidad. Well, they both live all the way in Trinidad, and they were sending us remedies. They were telling us, you know, what else to do to get everything out of my system. There was a lot of different things. So there was a lot of love and support helping us. Shout outs to our church too, because a lot of people were praying for us. We weren't the only ones that were sick, so there was a lot of people praying for not only us but for everyone that had COVID. So yeah, that was just a scary time. I didn't even know this was a symptom yet. Like, we didn't hear about this being a symptom.
That's when it was like first coming out.
People would literally say, oh, you probably don't have it, because the CDC is saying that's not a symptom. They didn't write that that's a symptom.
That's one thing I didn't like, was that they
downplayed me.
Which is that I understand because it was a new virus, but literally like it felt like every day
I had a new one.
It was new symptoms to if you have COVID or not.
Yeah.
And then they'll take some off. I was like, bro, like you're just confusing people.
Literally anything, your finger hurts, oh, that's a symptom. But it wasn't a symptom yesterday. So the not being able to smell or taste wasn't a symptom yet. I was getting ready to play. With Josh and the boys and on the PlayStation, and I moved the chair and it hit where I put my nail polish and it fell on the floor. And I was like, usually nail polish has a strong scent. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't smell anything. And Josh is like, ew, it's so strong. It's strong. I was like, what do you mean it's strong? Like, I don't smell anything. I think it's expired.
That's how I sound?
Yeah. Ew, it's strong.
Wow.
So I'm like, I don't smell anything. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. How am I supposed to clean this? Like, who cares if I can't smell? How am I supposed to clean this up? It's all over the floor. So I get acetone. I go to get the acetone and I'm pouring it on and I'm like, I can't smell the acetone. And we know for sure acetone is very, very strong in smell. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go to the bathroom and I get bleach. And I think either bleach or ammonia, one of them. So I spray the bathroom, like, all right, let me just see if I can smell this. I spray the bathroom, I can't smell it. I can't smell the bleach or ammonia, whichever one that I use, I can't smell it. So that, for me, that was the perfect opportunity to start cleaning everything. Everything in the bathroom, like a deep clean because I couldn't smell. But then that also became dangerous because I started to get lightheaded. I couldn't smell, but I started to get lightheaded because I was in there for so long cleaning that, you know, the fumes are still there. I can't smell it, but the fumes are still there. It still exists. And then probably like 2 days later, they say, oh, if you can't smell or taste, that's a symptom. I'm like, oh, thanks, I know at this point. So yeah, I think there's a lot more within my COVID story. I can't remember right now. I should have wrote notes. But it was an interesting experience for me. Sorry,
we should have mentioned this in the beginning. She got COVID kind of when the outbreak first started
yeah.
in New York.
It was like March, April.
Yeah, it was like the ending of March, like kind of around like this time right now.
Yeah.
Like a little bit, like maybe like 2 weeks ago, last year. It was like around that time that everything was going on.
Yeah. So things were now starting, things were still open, but they were close to closing everything, you know. But yeah, we didn't quarantine, but he didn't get sick. And a lot of people were saying, oh, he was still with you, that means that he probably has antibodies, he probably got sick. This guy gets sick if you sniffle near him. He did not get sick at all.
Yeah, I still to this day, I believe I didn't get it, and I'm not gonna go around saying that I did because I never felt like I had it. Just because she had it doesn't mean that I 100% had to have it. I still believe I didn't have it. I never got sick during that time, and I tested negative. So
I mean, of course there was a lot of false negatives out there, but
the fact that I never felt sick and tested negative is what leads me to believe I never had it.
Yeah, I think God was just protecting him. He allowed me to have it so that I could tell this story and help others that needs to. Like, Josh has diabetes, so I feel like it's to help others his age to push through and to continue on. And I mean, even my dad was in the hospital. My dad was a frontline worker, and he didn't get it. You know, I feel like I took it on for my family so that everyone could continue to be how they need to be.
Let us know if you guys like dealt with COVID or like have any like family members or friends that had COVID.
How long did you feel sick for? I was sick probably for like a month and a half. I felt sick for about 6 weeks. Yeah, it's not easy, and I would say don't downplay just because, you know, some people get minor symptoms. Respect each other, respect everyone, respect yourself. COVID's not over, but you know, we're learning how to manage and how to deal with everything and everyone, and life. It's not gonna be exactly the way it was before. I think we're just gonna be safer and more aware of being healthy.
Of germs.
Yeah, being healthy, being more sanitized and washing your hands. Like, I've never heard somebody say wash your hands more often than now. Like, were y'all not washing your hands prior to COVID? Was it not the law for these restaurants, you know, to wear masks while they're doing your food? And it's like crazy. Like, I'm thinking about it now, like, how much spit have I eaten?
And you know, if you live in New York, you know, people be walking down the street coughing and sneezing on you. And they don't even say excuse me or nothing. They do it like it's regular.
Well, bless you. All right, well, that's it, guys. We love you. We thank you. We're on the road to 300 subscribers.
Oh yeah, hold up. Shout out to all the new subscribers.
Yeah.
Man. Like, for real, it just be happening. Like, we be looking at each other like, another one?
Yeah, one
like,
more.
Another 5? What? But like, thank you guys. Thank you for joining us and this journey.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep like just releasing random. We're gonna just keep releasing like random like good videos for you guys. Like,
tell us what you want to see. We're still waiting for you guys to tell us what you want to see.
Yo.
And it doesn't have to be just food.
Yeah, it don't have to be food. It don't have to be just story
We
time.
could do workout challenges.
Yeah, like,
the weather's getting nice.
Tell us if you want to see us arm wrestle. Oh, we should have a wrestling match. That might be good because like Amber's my height, so there's no height advantage. She's very strong.
But you're stronger than me.
I'm stronger than you, but she is very strong. And she was on a wrestling team. That's the issue, because we do like play around wrestling. And
But he has to use all his
I
strength.
have the strength advantage, but she has the wrestling technique advantage. She be doing moves and flipping me. I'm like, bro, that's not fair. You curled my big toe, and now I'm on my back. Like, something happened. Like, I don't know, but
Don't forget to follow the TikTok,
yes,
the
Twitter,
the
IG,
the Instagram, and that's pretty much it for now.
Share this with your friends. Share this story because you like.
Yeah,
guys,
we want to hear everybody else's testimony.
Yeah, we want to hear about what y'all went through with COVID. And
how do you feel? Like, did you ever run out of toilet paper? You know, was it really a COVID pandemic, or was it like a toilet paper pandemic, you know?
I don't know, but the toilet paper companies made a killing.
Yeah, we should have bought stocks in toilet
I should
paper.
have started.
Okay, we're done. We love you guys. Don't forget to love your haters.
Because love is great, and you feel me? We out. Peace.
Boop.